Hello everyone, it's Poofy. How are you doing? Welcome back to Shards of God. I am very excited. I hope you are too, because I think we are nearing the end of this game. So last time we made this golden knife that will dissolve. And right now what I'm planning to do is I'm gonna see if we can reenact the murder. So let's glue this up. Right. Now the knife is ready to be glued to something. And I think we gotta glue it to the metal bar. Look at that. Why is like that's it. Now when the lid is about to close, this happens. I can't wait to show this to Mother Tiabata. But first, let's add a little more realism to our reconstruction. I'll look around the room for something to put in the suit. How about those pillows? To simulate a body. How about those pillows? Yes, those could work. Let's do this. And so I glued the knife to the lid, and I think it's going to work. I see. Well, ready when you are, Acolyte. Right. Here goes. I think it worked. Let's open the suit and confirm it. Moment of truth then. Truth. And that's how you pierce an impenetrable suit. By putting the blade inside to begin with. Exactly. I have to say, that's rather clever. Isn't it? But why didn't we find any weapon in the suit then, you may wonder? I was wondering just that. Tell me, Acolyte. Gladly. See, there's this material known as madman's gold. And if you're a sister learned in the sciences, like me, you will surely know that said material evaporates without a trace. Genius. I know. See? Isn't this fun, Ava? Congratulations to your first successful crime reconstruction. You would make a decent murderer. Thank you, I suppose. Anyway, the time has come. I hope it is clear now why it was crucial to reconstruct the crime. To have fun? To determine who the killer is. Over the past day, you have walked in the murderer's footsteps, Ava. You have done what they have done. The obstacles you had to overcome, they had to grapple with those too. So there's nobody more qualified than you to answer the question. Who did it? I have to think about it, Mother Superior. Oh, please, Acolyte, let us not stall any longer. This poor man lying on the floor, who's responsible for his fate? Who is the killer? Oh my god! Alright, so... My god. Savian is the one in the library. Rodina is the agriculturist. Catalyst is the priest. Rutalis is the one in the forge. Blint is the farmer. And Morris, the mysterious judge. Have we spoke to Morris? So let's think out loud. He had to have access to the rods in the temple. Basically, everybody could have done that. He needed to make that into the knife. Someone borrowed the knife of Rodina. That's what she said. Someone borrowed it. And then plunged it into the fruit, or just opened the fruit to get the glue. So, does that mean that Rodina is innocent? Catalyst lost his fate? Rutalis just wants money. Blint is also not really religious because he screwed the thing up. I'm sorry, but I need more. I really don't know, Mother Superior. Come on, Ava, don't give up so easily. in your mind, go through all that you had to do to reconstruct the crimes. And give it your best shot. But I insist. Okay. We had to no, we didn't have to open the vault. That's only to distract the priest. So we didn't have to open the vault. We just had to shape the knife and glue it. So we had to go, we needed access to fruit that was unripe. We need access to the knife, and then Radina has been protecting Plint, and Plint is non-religious. Rutalus wants war, and Mun was aiming towards that. So he has no motive. Killing Mun would do nothing unless what the head mistress said, or head priestess said, like if Faith comes out, but it wouldn't come out. It would not come out because the door was locked. Nobody would have known that Mun wasn't a god. I kind of forgot about Xavier. I think it's Plint. I'm gonna click Plint. This may sound like an odd choice, and I hesitate to say it because I like the man, but I think it was Master Plint. Ah, the eccentric farmer then. Well, Aculite, I'm all ears. Please share the reasoning behind your accusation. Right. Well, he's an odd one, isn't he? All the talk about the pre-Mun era, about Hippocles, everything about the man just screams revolution. Very much not how I would imagine a simple farmer. How many so-called simple farmers have you met? Not many, not many. So they all quote secret ancient scrolls then? Ha! You have me there, Aculite. The scope of the farmer's knowledge is certainly more than unusual. Right? And how does he get away with all of it? With all the flagrant blasphemy? Why is Radina protecting him? Exactly. I smell conspiracy. So in summary, Plint has the motivation and acts highly unusual, suspicious even. Fine, I will grant you both. Now, is there anything more concrete that would point to him being the killer? Well, he's good with a hammer and a chisel. He could have stolen the golden rod. And that's about it? Not enough then, not enough at all. So you don't think he did it? I don't. There certainly is a great deal of intrigue about Master Plint. And he may play a bigger part in all this than his low standing would suggest. But there's no reason to believe he is our murderer. For one, how would a farmer gain access to the Mun suit? We focused on the leaders of the city for a reason, Ava. It would be extremely difficult for a farmer to even approach the palace, let alone enter the Emperor's chamber. And the fact that he can use a hammer and a chisel? You managed to chisel off a rod. There was no special skill required for that. I have to say, I'm almost relieved to have been wrong. Same. I will assume you spoke before thinking, and give you one more chance to identify the killer. No vague allusions to conspiracies this time. Think about the logistics of the murder and give me some solid evidence. Xavier has access. Catalyst probably has access. I don't know who Morris is. I haven't spoken to him. Maybe that's why. Well, if it wasn't Master Plint, then I know. The judge, Morris, was it? Ah, so you haven't forgotten about a conspicuously absent judge. Exactly. What's your theory then? I don't know if I would call it a theory, but, well, you said it. He's very conspicuously missing, isn't he? Maybe he's already on the run after what he did. Or he's lurking in the shadows, watching from a distance. Oh, and the scales we found in the secret passage? Think about it. Scales. A judge. There must be a connection. A secret cult, perhaps? A crazed judge obsessed with money? Wait. Why are you looking at me like this, Mother Tiabata? You don't like this theory either? What theory is there to dislike, Acolyte? All you have given me are fantasies. There may be some rhyme to what you're saying, but reason? None. None at all. No, I know it's stupid, but isn't it awfully strange that there are 5 leaders, 5 suspects, and we haven't even seen one of them? Oh, you're not wrong there, Ava. And I assure you, our judge has yet a role to play before all is said and done. But we are vigilant sisters. We cannot go around pointing fingers at people just because something feels strange to us. We need some solid reasoning. We need evidence. Oh well, I give up, Mother Superior. Who do you think did it then? Just think back on what you did today. How did you make the murder weapon? Yeah, I used Radina's knife. So Radina? No, I forget Radina. From what we've seen of the chief agriculturist, she does an awful lot of gazing into the distance. Anyone could have borrowed her knife. What else did you do? Well, we also used Gnath fruit glue. I had to use Gnath fruit glue to attach the knife to the rod. And was that difficult to obtain? No, I suppose it wasn't. Quite the opposite, actually. Master Plink gives that fruit away like nothing. Precisely. So what else did you use? Yeah, it's the pleuronite. Well, everybody could have stolen it, but the replication machine. I had to steal the pleuronite rod from the temple. That was rather difficult. And also rather... Yes, you've made your opinion of the rod theft extremely clear on several occasions now. The important question at this point is, does the rod theft point to somebody in particular? No. Assuming, of course, that the killer did what you did. Which at this point seems very likely. Father Catullus? He had easy access to the rod. And it's very strange he wouldn't notice. I see your point, but unlike you, I find Catullus's oversight highly plausible. It's the general. Such inattentiveness is very common. How much time would it take you to notice if I took a decoration you see every day from your chamber? The only decoration in my chamber is a wall-to-wall engraving of Mun, so... Oh, please, you know what I mean. In fact, you stole another rod right under his nose, and I don't see him raising the alarm. True. Stealing the rod may have been somewhat challenging, but with effort, anyone could have done it. Agreed. You've proven as much today. There is, however, some evidence to be found in the whole temple heist situation. That is? We will get to that shortly, but first, Acolyte, think. What else did you have to accomplish today to make the weapon? I had to use the General's replication machine, yeah. Right, now we're getting somewhere. How did you gain access to the machine? The Amulet of Vigil. And is there anyone else here in possession of such an amulet? You. No, only, you. What are you saying, Mother Tiabata? Are you the murderer? Did you kill Mun? My dear Ava. Now that would be a twist, wouldn't it? But sadly, no. We were together, far from the city when we received the distress signal, remember? Ah, right. I feel stupid now. I was simply referring to the fact that nobody but a vigilant sister or the general could have used the replication machine. So General Rutilus. Of course, it's as plain as day. He's a man who delights in mechanics, so I can easily see him devising the trap in the suit's lid. And crucially, he was the only one who had the means to create the golden knife. If that wasn't enough, there are also the smaller things. Not conclusive on their own, but they contribute to the picture. The tools. I found a hammer and a chisel in the forge. It seemed like the general had used them recently. And I have to say, they came in handy when I was stealing the rod. As they surely did when Rutulus stole one several days before you. And that's not all. Remember what Catullus said about the general's sudden urge to improve one of the carvings? Apparently, he brought some workers to the temple and insisted they do it there and then. Just like I used Master Plink's renovation as a diversion. This must be how he did it then. He distracted Father Catullus with the carving update and chipped off the rod where the good father was busy screaming at the workers. Wait, so that's it? General Rutulus is our killer? Yes, Ava, I am strongly convinced he is. So mystery solved. The easy part of it, sure. So then, wait, what? The easy part? Of course, finding the killer was never what concerned me most. But what could be more important than that? Oh, Ava, you mean you still don't see it? See what? You lament a statue, you agonize over some broken pottery, and yet you don't see the cracks in, well, everything else? What cracks? Whatever do you mean, Mother? Everything. Just follow the thread from the start. The suit, the body, the missing plate. The lamps, the decrees, the lost writings of Hippocrates. The scales, and at the center of it all, 5 shards, 4 accounted for, 3 on one side, 1 on the other. Yes? I really have no idea what you're talking about, Mother Tiabata. Well, I'm sure General Rutulus will be kind enough to enlighten us both. Go fetch him, will you? Tell him I'm interested in making some serious investments. Are you sure, Mother Superior? We are dealing with a killer here. Shouldn't we summon the guards? I don't know anything but that. What the general has to say is for our ears only. Do not worry, Ava. The man is a buffoon. We just need to apply the right kind of pressure in the right places. I tend to be rather good at applying pressure. Can't argue with that. Very well then, Mother Tiabata. I shall summon the general. So, I'm a little bit... Should we end the episode here, or should we... I have no idea how long. You know what? I'm gonna keep on recording. If this is the end of the video, then thank you. But that also means that there will be another episode coming. If not, we're gonna continue, and this will be, probably a final episode.